Well, welcome back to Scouting for History, and an exciting day. Not only am I back at this house from the 1920s that offered up so much exciting stuff, but it's been over a month since I've been in the dirt. Let's go. So every spring and every fall, my wife and I go on a long camping trip down south. This time it was almost a month, the entire month of October, we were down south. And it's fun, I love camping, but I don't get to detect much. I did hit a few beaches, Gulf Shores, around Savannah, Myrtle Beach, and so on. And I'm not a beach detectorist. I mean, you walk miles and miles for some crusty coins and some costume jewelry. It's just not my thing. So the last day we were at a campground in Virginia on the Chesapeake Bay, and they had a little beach. So I didn't bring my camera, and I went there, and I found the best thing of the whole trip. It's an 1883, well, that's the date on it. So in 1883, there was an organization founded called the Women's Relief Corps. And they were an offshoot of the Grand Army of the Republic, the veterans, Union veterans of the Civil War. The Women's Relief Corps was a support arm of the GAR. So they helped organize functions and hold dinners and reunions and things like that. So they were around until the 1920s. Of course, as the veterans died off, so did the need for the Women's Relief Corps. So this badge, I'll show a picture of it right here. That was the best find of the entire month of October. But it's good to be back in the dirt. And the first signal of the day. Is a memorial. On to the next. Well, after a lot of trash and stuff, finally something interesting. It appears to be a Canadian large cent. It is. Oh no, it's India. 1/4 Anna, 1935, I think. And then there's a King George V on the front of the coin. Awesome. Awesome. Still stuff here. Let's go. And now just a few feet away from that Indian coin, here's a Canadian nickel? No, it's a Canadian penny, 1929. Canadian, eh?
Like, take off, you hosers. We don't have any of that.
Still got George V on the front. On to the next. Well, ringing up like a nickel, some kind of little charm or medallion or something. Not precious. I'll clean it up, you'll see it right here. On to the next. And now an Indian signal, and it's a little tiny suspender clip. Interesting. On to the next. Well, it was giving a mixed signal, but anything ring-shaped can fool the detector, and it was very deep. It kept saying iron, maybe not. Never rang very high though, it was in the 20s. but I dug it. On to the next. Well, a nice nickel signal. I flipped the plug and there is a nickel. But what kind? Oh, it's just a Jefferson. I had my hopes up for something a little older. On to the next. Well, and now a little snap button. It's got a design on it, but I can't quite see it. I'll clean it up. You'll see it right here. On to the next. And now down here in the ivy, it's a little lead soldier. I love finding the old kids' toys. That one's cool. Well, on to the next. Best signal of the day right here. Yikes, it's in the plug, which might not be a good sign, but there's so many roots. Alright, pinpointer. Oh, I see something there. Nope. And it's just a wheat penny. Well, it's the first wheat penny of the day. On to the next. And now a really deep, big lead disc. Not sure what it went to, but it was something at one time. On to the next. Alright, we'll try that again. 48, 49 signal right here. Looks like I dug here before, a month ago. Yikes. It's just a big hunk of copper. Well, and now down here some kind of a button. The shank is missing. It looks like it's got a design on it. I'll clean it up. You'll see it right here. On to the next. Well, that's going to do it for this adventure. Not too bad, just about 2 hours at this 1920s house, but I cleaned up the first time. So a few good finds left, but on to the next permission. Stay tuned. Come along on the next one.